Welcome to Mommy Issues, a podcast where an ex-reality TV star mom
and her reality TV loving daughter
bridge the gap between their generations through celeb news, all things Bravo,
and their own personal mommy issues. What you see, I spilled an entire thing of water all over me.
Oh God!
And I have to go somewhere after this, which I wasn't, but you gotta see.
At least it's just water. Oh, you're showing me.
No, but look, do you see?
It looks like you peed yourself for real.
It's like I peed. Oh boy.
Oh my God.
But I couldn't make you wait any longer. So
nope.
What's happening?
Not much, man. The top half of my body is tan and the bottom half is not. Isn't that weird? It's fine.
When did you get a tan?
I remember when you called me the other day, I was lying outside because it's a little hotter in LA now and I needed like vitamin D. I was just like, Lola was taking a nap. I was like, I need to just like sit outside, and it felt so good. But my legs, I don't know if this is a common thing. My legs take like at least 10 times in the sun to get tan.
For me, the legs, the lower leg, not so much the thigh.
Right. It's the like and shin calf area
and my back.
Oh yeah, my back just doesn't get tan, so I don't even try anymore. It's just like the front half is tan and the back half is not. But so my mom sent me a Mother's Day gift, and it's matching.
You're talking about me.
To the listeners, this is a podcast.
Yes.
My mom sent me a matching bathing suit set for me and Lola, which is like, number one, I don't know if I like hate it or love it. Like,
why?
I love the bathing suits. I'm like, I swore.
You're anti-matching.
I'm anti-matching. I think it's the most ridiculous thing.
Yeah, but you've changed your mind about those things.
No, I haven't. I haven't. So I don't think I would wear the bathing suit with her. I would like,
oh my God, you're
her
crazy.
Wear it, but maybe I'll post a photo on our Instagram.
Yeah, you'll
it's really
wear
cute.
It.
But you will see that the top half of my body is super tan, and then the bottom half is completely pale.
I don't notice that. Well, I notice that you have no cellulite and crazy long legs, and so
okay, well, let's actually get into lowlights and highlights, and I'll go first because I have newfound confidence. Okay, so my highlight this week is, I told you last week that my low light was going to be that I was doing this acupuncture photo shoot, and I was like going to have to be in a bathing suit and show my whole body. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a bathing suit, it was underwear.
I saw. And you were parading around like a hoe.
Like flesh colored underwear and no less. So, but it was, listen, I felt so comfortable. Everybody in the room was a woman. And like, I was number one, day 2 of my period. So I was like bloated and like, just didn't feel my best. On top of that, I just like generally don't feel great right now because I'm just like not where I want to be. And I know that people are going to be rude and like, you look great, whatever. For me, like the way that for you, when you're like not the best, for me, I'm not exactly where I would like to be. Okay.
Yeah.
So to be in a bathing suit or in underwear, whatever, like posing you've
come a long way, baby.
Tough.
You've come a long way. Like from when we started this, that you were pretty much anti-social media to you sharing so much of your life.
I really am. I mean,
and you're just like, that's the thing, that it's not for show. Like you're just like, you really want to see if something resonates with somebody, and somehow you can spare somebody a lot of whatever shit you've been through. And so I like that because I can tell that it's that.
And
you can't do anything that's not genuine, which
totally
pisses me off. But I get it, because I'm kind of like, I can't sell it if it isn't real.
Well, what happens to me also is like, I try to be as consistent as possible with my posting, but when I am in my luteal phase and like PMSing and on my period, I don't even look at my post. I go inward. And like, the thing is, like with the algorithm works against you if you're not consistently posting, even if you're just doing one or twice a day. No.
If I do stories consistently, it's like 10 times the number of views. Like, I'm not kidding.
It's crazy.
Then when you don't.
So I'm like, I'm trying to be better, that even in the moments when I'm feeling like shit, I'm still like posting some parts of my life. It doesn't have to be me, but that was like such a prime example of like, I was not feeling myself at all. And I did this thing that like totally pushed me out of my comfort zone. And I felt like just standing in a bathing suit with a harsh light on me, with a camera and people around me, and like just having to be like, here I am. I was not doing a thing where I was like, oh,
no, you weren't.
I was very
you weren't
much like,
sucking it in. You weren't
no,
like
not at all.
posing. You
I
were
was like,
just
this
so,
is where I'm at. I
this
don't
is
give a
me.
fuck. I just had a baby 9 months ago. This is my body right now. And I take it or leave it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Well, basically what you're saying, listen, it could be better, but it could be so much worse. And this is who I am right
Absolutely.
now. And like, to some people looking at you, it's like, can't get much better. But the truth is that for you, and that's
For
what's
me.
important. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Everybody sees things a different way. So, I mean, I would sooner die than do that. At this point, I don't even like dress in the same way that I did last year. Do you know what I mean? Or a year or two ago. You know,
you evolve, you change.
and you evolve and you get older and you know what's appropriate and what isn't. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to be an old lady, but it also means that I don't want to,
you just adjust. You make little tweaks.
You adjust
to see what feels right. And like, I'm definitely in that phase too, where I'm like, I no longer want to wear crop tops, not because I'm like fat or feel like gross. I just am like, I don't want to be wearing crop tops.
Right.
You know, like that's just like not my vibe right now. Who knows? At 40, I might like become a freaking trainer, you know, like be crazy, but whatever. Anyways, the high of it is that I felt so good in my body where I'm at right now and empowered. And I felt like just looking back at the photos, I was like, I am beautiful, period.
Yes, you are.
That's it. You are. And it trickled into this, like, now that I'm like off my period and stuff, and I'm like, you know, in follicular ovulation world, which is like obviously for women, if you don't know, that's like your best couple days of your cycle, because it's like you're feeling yourself, you know, you're more in tune with your body. You shed that lining of your uterus, girl, and you're ready.
What if you don't have a uterus? When do you get to feel like that?
You don't. You just have to find it somewhere else. In Debauchery Friday.
Exactly.
No. You find it in movement, mommy. You find it in movement. Seriously. But I have been just like working out and eating right, and also like not eating right. Like I've been craving every day like a baked good, like a really good baked good, and I go and get like a cookie every day, and it's like the light of my life. And it's just set me up for like a really good week this week.
That's great, because you weren't feeling like awesome for a while.
I really wasn't. And also, I don't know if I told you this, I posted this on my TikTok the other day. It's like a quote from the show You, and it's like, if you think I'm a bitch, like I don't care if you think I'm a bitch. In fact, I hugely prefer it. And I posted it with like the caption of like, a mom told me the other day that I stopped breastfeeding too early, and that's why my hormones are not leveling out, and it's going to take 2 years for them to level out.
Oh, really? Is she one of those that the kid comes up to her and grabs her boob?
She breastfed her baby for like 2 years, which by the way,
it's fine if that works for you. Right.
Who cares? I'm happy for you, but like, don't shame me and tell me that the reason why I'm not feeling good and my hormones are not leveling out is because I stopped breastfeeding too soon. That makes me feel bad. And like, you don't know me.
Your arms are so skinny.
I've been working out. I'm strong.
You know what you don't have? Bingo arms. Did you hear that from Ariana?
That made me so sad.
I made me so sad. I had to keep looking at her picture at the reunion. But like, she's a beautiful girl. We'll get into it, but that killed me.
Just to hear her talking about herself like that was like, oh my God, we've all been there. Everybody's been there. Yeah. You're there probably every couple days or a couple times a month.
Not everybody. Look, listen, not everybody. You see people, and I'll tell you one thing that you can look forward to being older. Those times are few and far between. I just don't think about it anymore. I actually think I look pretty good for my age. That's what I think.
And how much space does it take up to constantly just be thinking about that? And like,
God, it's been a long time since I don't think that way. But I think that it's very common until you're like, you know, you'll be dealing with that all through your 30s, maybe into your 40s, maybe not, because look, you're so self-aware. That makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's my high. And then my low is just I've been kind of sick this week. Like I've had this like weird sore throat, horrible like sinus headache, and nothing helps. Like I've taken medicine and it's been the worst. And yesterday I went to Target finally and got Robitussin. Do you remember Robitussin?
I love Robitussin. Robitussin is the best for sleeping.
It's a sleeper hit is what it is. Yeah. And I like took a shot back and I was like, woo, that reminds me of when I was like 7 years old. And this is TMI, but I don't care. It thinned out the mucus that has not been able to come out like from down my throat or out my nose. It thinned it out. And like I did one of these yesterday and I felt like this thick, hard glob of mucus come down my throat and I like spit it out and it was bloody, gross. I don't care if this is gross, whatever.
But my God.
It was finally a sense of relief.
Was it crunchy?
Of like, it was like, ow. I don't know. I didn't chew on it. I just like felt.
You didn't touch it?
You know the mouthfeel when it like comes out? It's disgusting.
Yeah, but you didn't touch
it felt
it in the
relief. No, I didn't touch it. But I just saw it and I was like, whoa, that's been living there for literally a full week.
Yeah.
And I'm finally today, you can still hear it in my throat. I'm a little sick, but I feel better. I feel better today than I have in the last week. So that's my low, but whatever. Highs and lows for you?
Highs and lows. Okay. There's been a few lows this week. Just work stuff that's not, work stuff that's kind of a little, the kind of stuff that I say like, I can't believe. And then it feels like overwhelming, but then at the same time, I see how I respond to it. And I've been responding to it in a good way because, I tend to get really down and I tend to get really like where I hide in my own space and I do all that. And I haven't been doing that. I've kind of been dealing with it. I know this is crazy, but I went to have a drink on Cinco de Mayo, like with some friends and,
sick.
Huh?
And then
I can't drink anymore. Like I'm not a drinker. Yeah. Like my friend Jennifer is coming out with this product called Mox, and it's like
Mocktails?
I don't even know but it's like a powder that you can mix it with your regular, like if you want it with tequila or whatever, or just mix it with club soda.
Okay.
And it has a lot of like extra stuff. She hasn't launched it yet, but like it's such a great idea. And so I'm going to embrace I'm not a drinker thing.
And
I'm just not. It's not good for me. It makes me feel bad.
And it's not like you need it to like have fun either.
No.
Yeah. So you should just not do it.
No, I'm not going to do it. I feel
and if you do need to have like a drink, even if it's just there, get like a very light glass of wine. And then
exactly. Well, wine is the worst for me, but like I can literally, have a drink that I like where it's like tequila and soda or whatever, and just say, give me like half of the shot of tequila in it. And then I'll nurse it all night. And that's fine. Tequila really works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And vodka's not terrible. Vodka, gin, and tequila. Those are like, I love,
hard alcohol.
Yeah. Well, hard alcohol, but not brown alcohol.
Yeah.
Not like whiskey or, even rum is really bad for me.
No.
But anyway, so that's good. I've been doing that. I've been going and I got an infrared sauna. I've been going in it. I feel so much better from that. So yeah, I feel good. I think
good week all around.
Yeah, all around.
Okay, let's get into some gossip. There's not a ton of celeb news, but we have a lot of Bravo news. But let's just get through the gossip stuff first. So first and foremost, do you know about this Matt Healy Taylor Swift thing? Do you know who Matt Healy is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I just saw pictures next to each other on Instagram and it was like somebody she was with, she broke up with or something.
So she broke up with that guy that she's been with for like, I mean, almost 10 years, probably. Joe, whatever his name is. Nobody cares. Truly, nobody cares. And now she is like, I don't think she's dating. I think she's having sex with this guy named Matt Healy, who is the lead singer of the 1975, the band. And he had like this huge resurgence because he went on tour and his tour was very cool. He would like eat a steak on stage. The whole set looked like a living room. He would drink a bottle of wine from the bottle on stage. He would make out with like audience members. Like he was doing a lot of things that everyone was like, I'm into this. He's not like the cutest, but he's hot in his talent and like his weird eating a steak on stage is hot. Sorry. It is.
I mean, listen, it's certainly different, but
So he was spotted at her concert, and he did this thing at his concert one time where he looked directly at the camera, the camera that's, shooting you so that it's projected on the thing. He said to the camera, like, this song is about you. You know who you are. I love you. And he mouthed it. He didn't say it out loud. He mouthed it to the camera. And at her concert where he actually attended, she did the same thing. She said, this song is about you. You know who you are. I love you. So everyone's like, oh, okay. They're being very
That's
cheeky.
so obvious, though. That, at that point, she's just...
Well, at that point, they
always
were like,
overdoes it.
Who knows if they're dating? And then just recently, they were spotted at a party together and they were holding hands. Look, I love this for Taylor because she was just in a long-term relationship. Apparently, like, she didn't want it to end, and he was telling people it was over.
Well, it's always like
you.
That. It's always like that with her. Everybody dumps her. I don't know why that is.
I don't know either. I think he just, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. All I know is I
think she gets needy. Okay. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I feel like she gets needy.
Ultimately, like, I was just telling this to a friend, like, Taylor Swift is a dork. She's a dork.
Yeah.
And I think, like, people love her so much because she's a dork. I love Taylor Swift, by the way. I'm a huge Swiftie. I love every song.
A lot of real Taylor Swift fans.
I know every lyric to every song. Like, she got me through my worst breakup with the Red album. Like, I'm obsessed with her. I love her. I love her concerts. I'm in. But she's a fucking dork. She is.
Yeah.
She is. And I think, like, her going and dating all these guys and stuff, it gives this, like, coolness factor. It's like I don't know if you saw that picture of her walking down the street with, like, it looks like the Avengers, like, reunited. It's like Blake Lively, Gigi Hadid, the Haim sisters.
Yeah.
They're all back together, and it's like this era of, like, when she was dating Tom Hiddleston, and that's the wrong name, and they broke up, and then she got everybody together, and, like, I don't know, I'm into it.
I feel that there's a resurgence of people really coming together again. Like, I've seen that more friends that you haven't kept in touch with. I was watching, me and my documentaries, and I was watching about what happened in Jonestown, which is whatever. Like, remember when people drank the Kool-Aid and it was like a 900 people mass suicide thing?
Oh my God.
And the thing is that, in the 70s, everyone was kind of very gullible into believing, love and peace and whatever. And so, things were going on, the Vietnam War, like all that stuff. And
right.
And there was a group of people that just wanted to be all free and love, like kind of hippies. And so I could see people buying the story, this guy, we're going to build a utopia where everybody's going to be whatever, where everybody's going to share. The guy was like a maniac, but one of the survivors was saying that we're at a point in life right now where we feel so shaken by things that have happened, by the fact that could happen again at any time. We have not really mourned the fact that we lost over 1 million people in the US. You know how many people lost family members and whatever? And because you were trying to survive with a disease, with a pandemic, you didn't know where it was going. You never really had time to mourn. And so I just see, like, this thing that's happening right now. Like, there's this general energy that I see people coming back together, people like,
Taylor Swift
reconnecting. Yeah, but even like for me, like, there's certain people that rob me of my energy, and then other people, like, I've realized that I make better friends with people that are younger than me. Most of the time I've hung out with people that are older than me, not a lot older, but 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever. I have much more in common. No, I have, and it's not because I have a problem with that. I love, like, in fact, for Mother's Day, I'm going to go see Book Club 2. You know what I mean? I love that age group, which isn't mine either, but I love to see it. But just young people, like young women, are more, more on the same page with me. There's a little bit of mentoring, there's a little bit of mothering, but there's also, like, I'm still doing shit.
Right.
I'm not winding down.
And what does this have to do with Taylor Swift?
That I think that whole thing of, like, the whole gang is back together, that whole resurgence of people not hiding in a little corner, even the way that you feel now, that before maybe you were feeling bad about yourself and you would even go out reluctantly, but now you're just ready to face the world. I'm like, I'm gonna go do my hair today, like for real at the salon. I haven't done that in 8 months or something like that.
Right.
Like, I feel like I need a glow up. I think I need this, I need that. And it's just a little bit of optimism is what I'm seeing. You know what I mean?
I don't think you're wrong. I do feel that in the air. But I think this is what happens when a girl breaks up with a guy or a guy breaks up with a girl. Your friends like come
they
together.
rally around you. I know, and I like that. I think we saw that also with Ariana, and when they did her wrong, but
Ariana
also
Grande?
No, Ariana from Sandoval.
Like,
is there another Ariana?
Ariana Grande. Hello.
No, I know, but we don't think about
Ariana.
Her. I just think that there isn't this fear of being by yourself. There's this kind of freeness about, let me try that. Let me see if that works. Let me whatever. When after COVID and during COVID, we just hung on to dear life, clung to whatever was there, and just like, oh, I have to stay with this forever. I don't know. I just feel like the effects of this whole pandemic in these last 3 years, we are just starting to work those things out. There's grieving that didn't happen. There's kind of getting to know yourself in a way, getting to know partners, relationships, friends like you didn't know before. And so I think for me, I'm evolving in that way, but I see it in a lot of people is what I'm saying. Like, I just see it in everybody. Like, everybody's letting go of things that don't work anymore, and it doesn't matter. It's like, you have a limited time and you're going to make the best of it, and you want to feel good.
And we're happy for Taylor Swift.
We're happy for Taylor Swift. I think it has a lot to do with your generation, as much as the whole self-care thing was a lot. I think it's been good, and it has trickled up to me. You know what I mean? And I think that's one thing that I get.
So we were trying to do.
Yeah, that's one thing I get from being friends with younger people, because that's always there. There's like this optimism. I want to live like, I don't want to live
it's also like it keeps you staying young in a way too, of like, you are not, I think it's important for older people to surround themselves with younger people, so you understand what's going on in the culture, societally, like what's going on, and how to stay current in like a,
and I think that younger people benefit a lot from somebody that's already been through it, because I know that it's like my friends that are younger than me, is not like they're doing a social service by hanging out with me. They want to know what I think about things. They want to know whatever they want. They want
the wisdom of an older person. Right. Like Dolores said, you can't, never trade those great legs for the mind that she has at the age that she's at.
Me neither.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep going, please. Okay. Let's keep going with gossip. Okay. Chrishell is married.
I can't.
To G-Flip.
I know.
They've been dating for a year and they got married.
I know. I by the way, the premiere of that is May 19th. We are going to be talking about.
Oh, that's soon. So yeah, Selling Sunset is coming back.
I love my little twins. Yeah,
it's the Oppenheim twins.
Guys. Yes, they're so cute. My God, look at my. So yes, I love them, and I think she's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen.
I said that too to somebody when like I first got obsessed with Selling Sunset. I'm like, I can't stop staring at her. And they were like, really? And I'm like,
she's stunning.
She's just so pretty.
She's so pretty. And by the way, I'm not saying, oh, what a shame she's with a woman, or she's not with a woman. She's with a non-binary person. And I read everything she said about it. She's attracted to male energy, and that she doesn't care what package it comes from, and comes in. And
she's never seemed happier. Ever.
She just seems so happy, but I don't know. I'm like worried about it. But I think that guy that she was married to, who's so cute, I know he's a dick.
I don't think he's that cute. But that's also like so not my type. The like light hair.
Me neither. But I found him cute. But I feel like he's treated her like a dumb, blonde.
Like
her whole life.
She was like nothing.
So this woman makes her feel like she counts, and she's had the last year has been magical just looking at it.
Yeah, she seems really happy. I'm really happy for her. I'm excited to see like the actual relationship play out on camera, because I'm sure that it will. And I'm excited to see like what it actually is like. And I'm sure it's going to be great because honestly, women supporting women, women dating women, like that's why so many, I feel like that's why people are like, who have so much trouble, like heterosexual women are like, should I just date a woman? And it's like kind of fucked up to say because it's not like
but it
being
makes sense.
gay is
No,
a
it makes
choice.
sense. A lot
But
of older
truly,
women.
you think like, but my female relationships are like the best relationships I have, that it's like, God, I kind of wish I was gay.
Yeah.
It would be.
I don't know. I find women to be super complicated, much more complicated than men. Men, even the real smart ones, are a little simple, and it's easy to predict how
It's
they're
easy
gonna
to train.
Yeah, and yeah, there is a training, there is certain things, but it's just so easy. You know what I mean? With women, it's a lot more complicated. I just no, and I'm not attracted to women, but I mean,
There's
I
also
am
that.
attracted to women in the sense of like, if I see a beautiful woman, that's a beautiful woman, and I'm drawn. I don't
You
really
don't want to
look.
have sex with a woman.
No, I don't want
That's
to have
what you
sex with a
mean.
woman, but I generally like pretty people.
Yeah.
I know that's
Well,
terrible.
no, it's not. It's also just like there's more. I feel like there's more beauty in women than there is in men. Like there's more to like look at and be like mesmerized by in a woman than a guy. A guy is like, oh, he's so hot. Like, look at his body.
I
Period.
don't know. I mean,
For
I
a
don't know.
woman,
Yeah.
there's so much more to like. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, ouch. Okay.
So what can we talk really quick about JLo and Ben?
That was my next thing.
Okay.
So JLo and Ben Affleck. So you have called this many times. Like this is not gonna last. And I'm like, shut up, shut your mouth hole, because I think because I want the best for Jen. I do. I want the best for
Right.
Jen.
Well, that's a yeah.
And
Right.
this things are not looking good. Things are not looking good. There was a video that just surfaced that I showed John Liam yesterday, and he was like, there's no way that Ben Affleck knew that there was a camera right there. And I'm like, yes,
Not only
he
was the
did.
camera, did
And
you
he
see it?
still chose to do what he did. Hold
Did
on.
you?
Let me explain the video
Okay.
for the people who
Okay.
haven't seen it. And I will post this because number one, I saw it on TikTok and I like saved it because I was like, oh, I want to show John Liam. When I went back a day later, it was deleted. And I'm like,
Of course.
JLo's people are wiping this off of the internet because she's so embarrassed. But okay.
And somebody read their lips.
Oh, no. I think you're talking about the premiere of Mother, her Netflix movie, on the carpet. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is a video of them walking down the street. I think they were just like in LA having
getting coffee.
Getting a coffee.
Yeah, I saw that.
They're walking back to the car and Ben looks miserable, but always looks miserable. And he's talked about it online where he says, I have miserable resting face. And I'm like, great, I get that. He is walking to the car with her. He opens the door for JLo. She gets in, and when he not slams the door, he closes the door. The way he closes the door is like this. He goes, and then like leaves his hand up, which is very telling. I'm gonna post the video.
Oh
you
my
guys,
God. You know that I didn't what I
sent it to you on Instagram.
I understand. I started looking at it. I didn't get it because
your
it was
patience
so
was
slow.
low.
And I
know.
didn't have the patience.
You had to wait.
I didn't see the end. Yeah.
You really had to wait. And then he walks around and he goes like to the car door, his side of the car door, and his face just looks like he's like, can somebody get me out of this? Can somebody help me?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, there's the Mother premiere, the Netflix movie that she is in, and they're on the carpet. And it seems as though they're fighting. Apparently, the lip reading, I don't know what you saw, but they were fighting about posing, like the poses that they were going to do.
Somebody, if you go to either page 6 or one of them, they got a person that reads lips, so they know the conversation they had.
So what's the conversation?
I don't know. I didn't.
Oh, you didn't read?
No. I mean, I expect you to do that research.
I know, but I didn't see that. I saw the video of them on the carpet, and to be honest, I don't think it was that crazy.
It was just bickering.
And
it was just bickering.
I think for JLo, like her whole thing is it's all appearance. It's all appearance all the time. I like recently saw some YouTube video of her brand De Lola. I can't even stand that it's called that. Don't even get me started. That she's calling herself Jennifer Lola Lopez. Goodbye. There's a video of her like behind the making of these like drinks, and it's as if she's involved in any
at all.
way.
Right. It's some licensing.
She is not. And I'm like, whatever. It bothered me, but the whole thing in that video was her pretending it's all optics, optics. And on top of that, the whole video has this like blurry filter on it because her whole thing is like, she wants everyone to think she's the most beautiful, youthful woman in the world, despite her age, which like, fine, but that's all going to come crashing down eventually because bitch, we all age and gravity is the real thing. And two, she wants this love story of Ben and JLo getting back together to be like this huge phenomenon.
She's wanted every story to be a huge phenomenon.
But this one in particular, because this one is like, right. Yeah. And everyone was obsessed with them. And she's like, well, I want that same like love and hype from the 90s now. And it's like, we did it. You got back together. We were all obsessed with it. And now you're married and it's okay. We don't have to be obsessed with it anymore.
Exactly.
Like, just, chill out. So I think her bickering on the red carpet is like, look at me lovingly or kiss me or whatever. And he's just like, I don't want to.
Right. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, you see couples that just get along. Like, for example, you and John Liam are a good example in that. I'm sure you guys fight a lot. I don't know when you do. I don't see it. But when I'm around, there's always this like, there's like an inside joke between you guys at all times. And you're always kind of, there is for sure more laughter than there is anything else. Totally. And you guys are always laughing and you get along and you're on the same page and you have these secret messages between, and they don't have that. Do you understand? Their relationship is really new and they don't have that.
It's new and they're married. Like, I understand that like when you're older, I think there's like this thing of like, we need to get married. Like, we're older now. Like
I don't see that. In fact, I see the opposite. Why do you need to get married if you've already had children? You're not planning to have more children. Too. Like, why?
Just you want companionship and love and friendship. Like,
and everybody's made their own money making their own. Why do you have to get into that?
Because I think she's just like wanted it.
She's in love with love. She has always been in love with love.
She might be a love addict.
She's a serial monogamist. She is. And she gets married to everybody. She gets engaged to everybody. Even Alex Rodriguez, it was like el anillo pa cuando, because he wasn't reacting fast enough. It's like, give me that ring. Everybody needs to know that I am just, I know.
But that's her thing. She wants it's all optics all the time. She has an image that is like, she knows she has in the media, and she doesn't want it to ever be disrupted. And
this is the difference. What I'm telling you, the difference between your generation and younger, and then that generation and my generation, which is, not so far apart, right? Like she's in her 50s, I'm in my 50s. There is a need to prove certain things. Yeah. Like, we had to pave the way and now we need to prove more. And she's a Latina and she's whatever. And it's a lot. Like, I don't feel your generation feels like they need to prove that much. No. They just want to be happy in their own skin, and they don't want to have like and I was listening, and this is not a tangent. This is just Bethany is somebody that I always have liked and looked up to. And then, but recently she's lost it. Like, it's impossible. Lost it.
I used to really like her.
I am the best. I am the greatest. I am whatever. She was like, last night I was listening to something else and then it went to that automatically. And I just started hearing, she says, if I ever had to, like, the Met Gala, it's so stupid. I mean, why would anybody dress like a cat? Why do you not understand the Met Gala is a costume institute? And then she says how she would kill it, nail it.
No,
I mean, she would
be the worst dressed. Like, no, I can tell you right now, she would be the worst.
The worst.
But she thinks that she is like the what's the word? Like, the
Renaissance woman. Like, but she thinks she's authority on everything.
Yes, like, authority on everything. That's what. Yeah, that's the word.
She was saying yesterday that she never had baby fever when she was younger, and she never really cared so much about being a mother, and that now being a mother is what she was meant to do because she's the greatest mother in the whole world. Listen, that's too soon to call.
No, okay. I follow her on Instagram.
No, I do think
she spends a lot of time with her daughter, and her daughter really loves her,
and her daughter is likes her. Yeah, but her daughter is a doll. But her daughter is a doll.
I think. Listen, I'm not. I am in no position to comment on anybody's parenting anymore. No. I don't believe that anybody should ever fucking do that. Okay. I think Bethany is probably a great mother because I think she's a good mother. Based on what I've seen, it just seems like she's doing a good job. I think the whole thing is like her thinking like, number one, she acts like she's the richest woman in the world, which yes, she's very rich. But like I just saw a video the other day of her going
And
to
the most
Olive.
famous.
She went to Olive Garden the other day, and it's like it feels like she's making fun of people
Oh,
who go to
she is.
Olive
And then
Garden.
she goes
She's
to
like, I
the
already feel
dollar
like
store and
she
the
goes,
dollar
I
store to
already
buy
feel like
makeup.
family here. And then she turns the camera to like a waiter and she's like, am I family here? She goes, yeah. She goes, oh, okay. And I'm like,
It's
you're
so
being rude.
awkward.
You're
The whole
actually
thing
being
is
rude.
awkward. Yeah. And to me, like, the fact that she would say, like, I am a great mother because look at what a great job I've done, which, by the way, I do believe 100% there's a correlation. But the reason I'm saying it's too soon to call, it's not because she's not spending time and she's not doing that. It's the things that who she's turning into now may affect that little girl later, because she's kind of so innocent and stuff. And so you don't call it until you have adult children that want to have a relationship with you and want to nurture, and for whom the relationship is important. That's when you can call that you were either a good parent or have a very understanding kid,
No,
or work
I
it
disagree.
out.
I think you can make a judgment call in that moment. You can't just be like, well, I think I'm doing a good job, but I'm going to wait until my kid is an adult. No, you can be like, I think I'm doing a
No,
good
but I'm
job right
saying stop
now.
bragging. I'm doing.
She's not going to stop bragging. It's who she
It's
is.
so, but it's come out of nowhere. It's crazy.
It's
So this is what I'm
insufferable.
saying. It's an age thing, and I cannot stand it.
Yeah.
It's like these older women, and I'm one of them, but like hanging on for dear life.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, leave, give somebody else a turn.
I
You
think
paved the way. I
eventually,
want to see it.
I think eventually it has to let up. I think with age comes like, and I think once like JLo starts kind of leaning into like, okay, I'm getting older. Okay, this is it, then I think we're gonna see a different side of
You
her.
think
I
that's going to happen?
hope. I hope.
Okay. Well,
But we'll
let me
see.
tell you, case in point, one that we haven't talked about in a while, Alexia. Will that ever happen to her?
I think it will.
Oh, I don't.
I think what your generation doesn't understand right now, because you're still all holding on to your looks, because you all still look great, even though it's not like you're 100 years old, but you're older, you're getting close to your 60s. When you're like 65, it's gonna start showing up. You guys are
it's
all
showing
going to
up
lose
already, but
No,
they're gonna do.
no. But I'm talking in a significant way. You're gonna go from this thing to the next, and it's gonna feel like a jolt, not just for you, for everyone in your
Right, but I
generation.
think it's less for people who are more accepting and have other things in their lives. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
I'm gonna
Yes.
try to whatever.
No, but you have more than your beauty. You have so much going on. I'm
And I
saying the
have a
people who are
grandchild, and I'm like,
solely
I'm a grandmother, and that's
it's
cool.
but it's the people who are holding on to that as
And
their
that's all they have.
source of money, of happiness, of purpose, of everything. That's where it's gonna like it's gonna come apart at the seams, and I think it's gonna be very scary for some people, and it's how they're gonna react to it. I have hope for JLo. I have hope for JLo because I see her mom, and her mom is a beautiful woman, and she's older, but she's very like elegant, and like you can just tell she's I don't know. I think like she has a great example of that in her mom, and I hope that that's what it turns into. That's all.
Yeah,
I want to see JLo with the poof, the old lady poof hair.
No, we're not going to do that. None of us are going to do the poof. The most you're going to get out of us is like a bob. Like,
I'm gonna do a poof. I'm gonna do a tita poof. Okay,
You're gonna
let's
do
get
a
into
poof.
Bravo bullshit because we're
Okay.
talking about this long. Okay, number one news here: Kim Zolciak files for divorce from Kory Bierman. Bierman?
Bierman.
Okay.
This is
I
the
didn't
thing.
see this coming.
I didn't see it coming. They were fine as long as the money was flowing.
Let me tell you something.
And people,
I was like a big Don't Be Tardy watcher. Her reality show, I love that show because she's so funny, and like to see her family, and like she has a huge family, and like
she's funny, but she's also extremely ambitious. And here's what I think is going on. And you could say no, and then afterwards says you called this. I think they've run out of money.
Of course. No, that's the whole thing.
No, I know that they've run out of money, and therefore with money problems come marital problems. But I also think that instead of doing the stand by your man and let's figure out a way, we've made it before, let's do it again. She's thinking, I am, I've got one foot on whatever, 50 and another one on a banana peel. And so now I need to find somebody rich, a big papa, big daddy, big whatever.
Let me tell you,
that's
Kim
what she's gonna
Zolciak
do.
on Ozempic losing some weight, trying to be hot, having her daughter Brielle as like this person who she thinks that she looks exactly like and
Like
is
a
young enough like
wingman.
her. She's like, I
But
can
did she
find
did
another
she lose
guy.
weight?
I think listen, I think everyone is on Ozempic and she edits all her photos, but I think she looks also more thin even with the edited photos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think when Ozempic came out, she was like, somebody get me that right now. I think that she's like the first person who got it. So yes, I think you're right. I mean, talk about, you know, being older, but thinking that you're younger. That's the whole thing.
But she's still in her 40s.
She is?
I think she's in her late 40s.
How old is Kim Zolciak? 44.
Yeah, that's what I'm
She's
saying.
really young. Okay.
She's very
you know
young.
What? She could get it. I bet she will
she's
find
gonna
somebody.
get it. This is
I
like,
bet
it's
she
not,
will find somebody.
Yeah, she's
Give her Tristan Thompson. He'd do it.
Yeah, I think
really
that
would.
she's, you know, just like these women, they know. Look at a Kim Kardashian. She was peacocking at the Lakers game. You know what I mean? And it's like she's looking at Davis, like the Anthony Davis. Like, I don't know if he's married, but he's cute.
Anthony Davis is very cute.
Oh my God, so cute.
I'm a Jimmy Butler fan.
Oh, are you?
I think he's so hot. He's so hot.
Jimmy Butler from our
Miami.
team?
Yes.
Oh wow. I love you know, my favorite player in the NBA is Steph Curry. I adore him. He's
also the most talented. Yeah, I mean,
he's the most talented, but I love his family and I love her and I love all that. But
they're very cute. He also could be standing like in his house and make like a shot at the freaking
no, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. But did the Lakers win
last night? Or it's today.
I think they're moving on now, right? Like this is the
problem. They have one more. If they win this,
okay, we have one more game today too.
I would love for the Lakers and the Heat to face off in the finals. They did that in 2020 on John Liam's birthday, because remember it was the whole pandemic thing. So the finals weren't happening in the summer; they happened in October. I think it was 2021, maybe. But anyways, on John Liam's birthday, the Lakers won the finals against the Heat, and he said it was like the greatest birthday gift.
I don't want them to go against the Heat because we're a small team, like
Mommy,
small people.
The Lakers are so bad. The Lakers have been so bad for the last 2 years.
They're giants. They're giants.
It doesn't matter. We have more. We have younger players. We have.
Oh, so you're a Heat fan and he's a Lakers
fan. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
I have to listen. I have to support him. I pretend sometimes. I'm like, the Lakers won. Good job. I don't want Golden State to move on because Golden State will beat Miami. Lakers are bad this year and last year and the year before that. They are not good anymore. LeBron needs to fucking retire. I'm so sorry to say it, but he does. He's not.
I can't stand him.
He's not in his
I can't stand
anymore.
him
And
now
people are
after
still acting. He's great. He's one of the greatest players, blah, 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 blah. Your legacy will be ruined if you continue. I'm telling you, just get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Do something else.
I agree. And he doesn't even look happy doing it.
I want Lakers and Miami to face off because I think that Miami can take it. My boy Jimmy. I believe in my boy Jimmy. Cool. Okay, let's keep moving on. Because I have Jolene's parents coming in like 15 minutes and I don't want them to see me like this.
See you like what? He's always asking me about the podcast. He listens.
Who?
Kevin listens to the podcast.
He doesn't.
Well, he says he does.
He lies. Okay. I want to talk about Jersey. Okay. Did you watch Jersey?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see the way that Louis was talking about Teresa's brother, Joe?
I don't know. Did I call this?
Yeah, you did call this.
The evil Svengali.
Svengali to the 10th
I mean,
degree.
They're always evil, but it's this guy. The thing is that when you come, I'm not defending him, but like when you come into the situation, it's like, okay, yeah, enough. Whoever it is that's causing it, you know what I mean? Whether Teresa is jealous of Melissa or because she thinks that she wanted to marry her brother or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
It's not working. It's bad. It's toxic. And this guy, he has a family that's all very united. It's like, let's just stay away from this. It's making you unhappy.
Okay. I think we're in different camps.
No. I'm not on his side.
Let me tell you something that you just don't do. I think if you have a sibling, you know that this is true. You cannot talk shit about my family ever. Only I can. So if I'm talking shit about you to John Liam and I'm like, my mom is being
agreeing.
a bitch.
Oh yeah, no.
He can agree. He can be like, yeah, Okay. But if he comes to me on his own being like, your mom is being a bitch, and here's why, I'd be like, keep my mom's name out of your fucking mouth.
Right.
Like,
exactly. And that's very,
but it was beyond just saying something about Joe. It was over and over and over and over and over again. And she's sitting there taking it. It looks like she's being punched and punched. And I know this feeling because I was in a relationship when I was 17 that the guy was awful about my family and was isolating me and keeping me away from them because
catfishing you. I mean, he was
catfishing.
gaslighting.
He was gaslighting.
He was gaslighting you.
He was trying. It's a form of manipulation. It's a way so that you stay away from the people who care about you and love you and actually know you, so that they can keep you for themselves and make you think that they're against you, and
they're against you, and that you're crazy. I mean,
yes.
This is all what he's a little narcissist. I mean,
it's really, it's the first time that I saw
it's
Louis
narcissistic personality disorder. That's what Louis has too.
It was really sad to see. I got emotional because I think I was triggered by the whole thing, and I was like, oh, she
and
married
the thing
this
is
guy.
that
She's married to him.
I like Teresa because she's so optimistic, and she's dumb, but she is not a bad person. She just has moments where she flies off the handle, and it's because she's dumb too. But like, I just feel like la pobre, you know what I mean?
I feel bad for her too.
Like love bubble y todo es like that's none of that is real, lady. None of that is real. And I feel that the guy has no money. No, like I don't think he has money for real.
I mean, he probably has some, but I don't think he has as much as they're like letting on. But
definitely not as much as her.
But nobody does on that show. Yeah, I don't think anybody has a lot of money on that show. I think it's a lot of smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, but she gets paid $89,000 per episode, confirmed, right?
Okay.
So think about that: 20 episodes, reunions, all that stuff. That's 90,000 times. That's almost $2 million a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if he makes I don't think that he makes more than a couple of $100,000. I think all those trips, and I think she gets a lot of free stuff, and I think he likes the lifestyle, and I think he likes it.
And I think he knows her. TV. Yeah,
he likes it, and that's, to me, like
it's a bad
problem.
Sign. Yeah,
it's a bad sign.
I'm not into it.
I felt bad for her.
I felt bad for her too. I'm really curious how this reunion is going to go with Joe and Melissa, having seen that. Like, I mean, I think their relationship is fully over, which is very sad. There's so much like familial drama that's like devastating to watch. It's also so fun. But
Andy's over it. Andy's over it. Every time I see Watch What Happens Live and he asks people, do you think whatever? And he says, I don't think there's a solution for that.
Yeah, anymore. I don't think so either. I don't think so. And honestly, we can't keep doing this. Like, we can't just every season rely on the drama between Melissa and Teresa to get us through. I'm sorry. There's got to be more. That's why I love Danielle and like, whatever her face is. The one with the weird nose, the Whoville nose.
Oh, you like her? I like her. I like Jen Fessler. Like
I like her too. I like these new people.
Her mom and her mother's sister are national treasures.
Incredible. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh my God.
They didn't even know what to do with them. They were like, what do we do with these two twins?
This is just, I mean, you know that's one of the reasons she got cast.
Yeah. But okay, let's talk quickly Vanderpump Rules before we wrap up. Okay. The origin of the lightning bolt necklace.
Yeah.
Did you expect that this was on Raquel's accord? Like, I couldn't believe that she was like, oh, let me see that. Oh, let me buy the $800 lightning bolt necklace. I thought, like, I think a lot of people thought
that he gave it
Tom gifted her that.
No, she went, listen, she's very entitled when it comes to men. Like when she talked to Katie and said, but you guys aren't together, so like, what? It's none of your business. And it's like, no, there's respect, okay? And there is like girl code, and there's all these things, and she doesn't know. And the way that Ariana defends her breaks my heart.
It's the saddest thing.
It's
honestly.
The saddest thing. When she was putting herself down, it was horrible. But I also don't think Ariana, maybe that's just the way she is, but I don't think she was that crazy about Sandoval.
I think we are absolutely overlooking the fact that there was Ariana played a part in this. Okay. I think she wasn't trying either. Like, I know Tom was saying crazy stuff about like, you don't buy batteries or paper towel. That's a little psycho,
having sex 4 times a year.
That is bad. That is roommate status. You can't stop having sex. You can't. Not in a relationship. And if you do, that's and then you're not actively trying to like fix it.
Right. If you have an issue or whatever, like,
I'm not
they're
saying it's
young, like, it's not like.
I'm not saying it's her fault either. I'm saying it's both of their faults. Like he was saying they're fundamentally different people. He likes adrenaline and stimuli, and she wants to sit home watching Love Island like for hours on end. There has to be a middle ground. There has to be something that you can connect on together that brings you back, whatever that may be. It could be like going indoor skydiving. Maybe that scratches both of your itches.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
They both were not trying. They both were not trying. But it doesn't help that Raquel is like living her life right now and doesn't care about anybody but herself.
She doesn't.
Like swooping in and getting to Tom either. Again, not that Tom didn't have a play. I'm just saying it was a lot of bad things happening at the same time. But I don't think that it's all Raquel. I don't think it's all Tom. I don't think it's all Ariana. I think it's kind of all three of them, to be honest.
Well, but yes, but when you look back and you see him buying her, you know, the vintage glasses and this and that, and how he reacts to her, you know, they were having a full-on affair. They were having, it was just so.
And the way that like Raquel was trying to convince Ariana, like,
do you even want to be in a relationship with him? She
was dark.
Going after it and pretending to be good friends with somebody and then crying. It's like, oh, I felt this way. And I'm not saying that that part wasn't genuine, because but the whole thing is fucked up. So your prediction, will they stay together?
No. And just recently he was performing one of his like stupid cover band concerts, and
he said, Raquel is hot for me, not for me.
How do you know?
Because
you're a lip reader.
You listen to it, and every single person in the thing said that he's saying hot for me, not for me.
Okay. Well, I don't think that they're gonna. I don't think so. I'm just gonna say no.
The jury's my heart out. Of hearts. For me, I think that they will break up and get back together, break up and get back together, break up and get back together, and we're gonna see this for a long time. Because I think that they're gonna be, you know, at some point, the attention that their relationship is getting fuels them in some way. You know what I mean? And so a relationship with just a normal person, it's going to be like, we want more of that, and then staying together. I feel like I think we're going to see more of them together. It's not going to end as quickly as everybody thought.
I think you're right. I think the attention of it all is probably fueling them, but once that all dies down, it's probably going to go away. I think that could be true. Yeah. Also, the trailer for the Vanderpump reunion came out, and hot take, I don't think it looks that good.
It doesn't look that good. But I also think
the episodes are looking better. I can't believe that next week is the finale. Like that's the one I'm looking forward to the most.
They reshot stuff. You can tell when they reshot stuff, and so, you know, I think that the reunion would have been better if they gave us a little bit less. You know what I mean? I wish that they wouldn't have even put anything like. Yeah, you know what I mean. And I wish that they would have ended the season and didn't pick up filming again. And then next season.
I disagree, because I want the reality. I don't want the sit down talking about it. Like that's going to be great, but the Tom and Ariana sitting down and talking, I want to see that. That's all I really want to see. I don't even want to see her being like.
Are they still living in the same house? Well, not right now, but
they are.
Right, but on the show.
But they haven't. I don't think that they've sold their house or anything.
Well,
which they're going to have to. They cannot afford that. Like I don't think
for the party alone, girl. Right, tardy for the party. They're still living in the same house. You know, it's a financial thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. Well, he can stay in the guest room that he fucked Raquel in, so.
You know, and again, you know, I am not one of those people who's like, you can never, like I have friends that you can't call their husbands or their boyfriends directly. So like I could never call anybody, like any man, I have to go through the woman. Except for Glenda, I can call Rob whenever the hell I want.
Yeah.
That's the only one. Everyone else, you have to go through. Jennifer, she's young. You know what I mean? Jennifer doesn't care. I've gone to dinner with Nick alone, and she's met us after. She's very confident. And so I could call him if I want to. But all my other friends, generally, no, you can't like, not make a call.
I think that's a generational thing too, probably.
Not me. Anybody can call Ken if they want.
Like anybody can call John Liam.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
I get that though.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
But I also think that the whole thing where she is so, oh, he was at the Abbey with her. I'm sorry, you're not going to be at the Abbey with anybody.
But that's different. Calling somebody like Jason and I have our own friendship. Like he'll FaceTime me and we'll talk all the time. I'm not going to a nightclub with him alone. Did
Annie open a ballet school?
Yeah, it's not a ballet. It's a dance. It's a dance school. Yeah.
Oh my God, how fun!
I know that's where Lola's going to go.
I can't wait.
With a big discount, I said. It's like, I can't afford this.
Is it expensive?
I don't know. I have no idea, but it's like, it's for it's competition dancers. It's like, you have to like really.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what Annie was. She was a competition dancer.
Like it's already been brought in.
Yeah, but not cheerleading. Also, the last thing I want to say is Terry Maloney, Katie's mom, get the fuck off the show.
Get the fuck, yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't fight with
me if I did that.
No. And also, it's what Tom Sandoval said. It's not a fair fight. No one's going to come at a mom. I mean, Raquel will, but no one's actually going to come for a mom. So if you're saying all this stuff, you just have to like sit there and take it when really you should be fighting back. That's what the show is.
Raquel's biggest problem is the fact that Raquel is a kid. You know what I mean? But not only a kid, whatever age she's
like 28.
Extremely immature for that age.
Yes.
But compared to somebody that's 40, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those 12 years are big. Those 12 years are super big.
Yeah.
So I think that she's just outnumbered, outsmarted, outranked, out everything. She is not, the whole little woe is me.
No,
whatever.
every episode
didn't know any better.
No.
It's just like
that card no longer works anymore. She is
and that's
aware of what she's doing, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
And I think we all thought before that wasn't the problem. I'm excited for next week.
And how about when does Kardashian start?
May 27th.
Okay, so we've got other things.
Wait, or 17th. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think next week on either next Wednesday or the Wednesday after that. I'm pretty sure it's next Wednesday, which would be very exciting. I cannot wait for that.
And OC in June.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great too.
Okay, guys, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Follow us on Instagram at Mommy Issues of Pod. Follow me on Instagram at Beba_Rod. Follow my mom at Anna Cooks QOOKS. Subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on Apple Podcasts. Leave a review. Write a comment.
Guys, a 5-star review, of course, but also write a comment or leave an actual review. It makes such a difference.
Yeah.
And I know that people are lazy and they'll just press the thing 5-star, but like just write something.
Even
if it's one word, even if it's a couple of emojis, whatever.
We'll do a comment section, segment next week, because I wanted to start reading comments because they're all pretty good.
Comments and reviews on our
reviews.
We'll read the reviews.
Also, let's take a thumbnail picture. I don't know if you've noticed, but on YouTube, I've been putting thumbnails on our YouTube channel so it doesn't just look like we're chatting.
Okay.
Nobody wants to click on that. I had a business meeting with John Liam, and that's what he told me, and that's what we've been doing.
John Liam told you he's your business. What are you doing?
Smile. Just smile.
Are you taking pictures?
No, I'm gonna take it after.
I'm gonna look ridiculous.
You should see the one for the Met Gala. Great. Okay, guys.
Wait, the Met Gala, what? My face?
The Met Gala thumbnail. Yeah. I look like
crazy?
You don't look crazy. I just, I'm trying to bring the viewers in. Like, the photo is me going like this. And then it has like Kendall Jenner and Bad Bunny, and then like Florence Pugh and Olivia Wilde. And then you're just like,
oh,
it doesn't matter. Listen, it's for people to click it. Okay.
Clickbait.
Oh, and also for my amateur cooking videos, they're not like randomly being deployed. Okay. It's twice a month on Wednesdays, the first Wednesday of the month, and then the last Wednesday of the month, I think is what I'm doing.
I'm going to send you more scheduled. Sauces.
I have, listen, okay.
No, but I'm going to send you more sauces so that you can be an influencer for Skinny Latina.
I just shot one for the ground turkey burgers that you used to make for us growing up, and it's all Skinny Latina everything.
Oh, good.
So people who were like all butthurt about me using a Japanese barbecue sauce, that's so good, and I've been using it forever.
I know, but that was before I came out with Asian Persuasion.
And I just used Asian Persuasion yesterday. Like, just dumped it on ground turkey and veggies, and that's it. It's the greatest thing in the world. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Love you. Bye.